guys, welcome to Broke Boys Manifesto. Today I want to do a quick review of my ProMags for the X Macro. They also fit into the P365 XL and then P365s as well, but today we're specifically talking about the Macro. If anybody's watched my channel for a while, you probably know that I don't complain much about products. It's Broke Boys Manifesto, so a lot of the products I buy tend to be, you know, fair priced or, you know, on the low spectrum of things. So as long as a product kind of does what it's advertised, I don't complain much. I kind of work through the issues and then have at it. But these ProMags, basically from as soon as I pulled them out the box, they've just had tons of fucking issues. I'm just going to run you guys through these issues and why I would recommend saving your money and going with, you know, stock Sig mags over the ProMags themselves. So right out of the box, before I even fired these magazines, of course I was excited. I didn't have any magazines with this kit here, so I had to buy some. So when I was going online, of course, I about had a heart attack when I realized that Sig magazines are about $50 a pop. So I went on some random website and I saw that ProMag sells these for about $20-something. And they're 20 round magazines. This is mostly just gonna be a range gun. I didn't need to conceal it or anything like that. So sticking out the bottom there really wasn't an issue. I was mostly just gonna shoot this at the range. You know, added capacity would just make it funner to shoot anyways. But pretty much right out the box, before I even shot this gun, when you would shove these magazines in, they would hang up. You couldn't eject them. You'd push the mag eject here, and it would just literally it would just push in and out. It wouldn't eject the magazine whatsoever unless you racked the slide all the way to the rear and then dropped it forward. Then for some reason it would eject them. Somehow after doing like a million dry fires with this, it fixed itself. The mags now go in and they, as you can see, I pushed that twice there. It finally ejected. If you want to see what it was doing before, though, for some reason, it still does this with my P365 here. This is an XL, but as you can see, doesn't matter how many times you push that, it is not ejecting the magazine. So the way I fixed this before to get it to eject is you would just rack the slide, let it drop, and then usually they drop out like that. Makes absolutely no sense, but yeah. I would also like to mention that it's not just this magazine that's shit. I ordered 2 of these when I bought these, and both of them do this. So, as you can see, I'm pushing the button, nothing's happening. Rack it, drop the slide, she ejects perfectly fine. It makes absolutely no sense. That's my phone. Now, the second issue I ran into when I started firing this firearm with these magazines is the magazines themselves would not push up on your slide catch here after your last round. So a lot of times you would keep firing and then you thought you had another one in because the slide went forward. You pull the trigger, you know, and you had nothing. As you can see, this magazine here is still doing it. For some reason, when you get these, the plunger does not come high enough in order to push that up. So this is pretty much what ends up happening. It will not catch the slide. This magazine here usually works. I bent the feed lips out a little bit, which allowed the plunger to get a little higher. So you might have to do that if you do end up purchasing something like this. And this magazine does work. I just wanted to show you guys. I haven't bent these out yet, but I want to show you guys on camera what you can expect when you first buy these magazines. Yeah, this magazine seems to be working pretty flawlessly when it comes to the mag catch. Every now and then still, though, you know, I'll shoot around and it won't lock back, which kind of sucks when you're, you know, trying to shoot these. Once again, this is only with the ProMags. The OEM mags work every single time. No issues whatsoever. Last complaint, guys, is just seriously going to be reliability. Shooting with these magazines here, the ProMags, they just... You never know when you're going to have an issue. Even right towards the end of my video there with the GoPro, I got a hang up there. I don't even know what that was about. It just like, I'm guessing the round got stuck too low, and then obviously it had issues feeding. So just overall, they're somewhat reliable. Sometimes you'll run hundreds of rounds and have no issues, and then other times, I mean, you can't get through 2 magazines without having a plug up in each one. Whereas when you're using the OEM Sig mags themselves, this gun and these magazines seem to run pretty much flawlessly. So really, moral of the story is I'm trying to save you guys some money. You might want to cheap out because you got a 365, you want to get a macro kit or something like that, and you want to just buy some cheap magazines because, of course, the 365 magazines, unless you get like a new base plate down here, these do not fit the regular 365 XL mags. They don't fit inside this firearm. So, yeah, you might want to get yourself some magazines for your macro. You go online, and these Sig mags cost $50, and you're like, holy shit. And then you see these, and you're like, well, I can get 2 of these for $40, so why not go with these? Well, they're not reliable. They don't lock back the slide, and half the time they don't come out of the frickin' mag well. So there's a couple reasons there why not to buy them. I'm just trying to save you guys some money. End of the day, if I had to go back, I would have just bought the Sig mags, because what I ended up doing was pretty much spending $40 on two magazines that I have zero faith in whatsoever. And then after that, later on, I had to cough up another $100-something to buy 2 macro magazines, which would have been the better route from the beginning. So definitely, yeah, definitely just stay clear of the ProMags, I would say, and just go with the OEM Sig mags. That's all I had to say. Thank you guys for watching. You have a phenomenal day.